that means I'm ready to fight. What's going on? I am MC Shakie. MC Shakie. I'm Rodney Roussell and M.C. So, are we not gonna miss these little car confessionals? I love them so much. So today's one is kind of like a little story time. It should be 2 parts, and I want to tell you both parts just kind of uninterrupted. So I didn't do this live. Remember, I love this live stream. If you're watching this, is probably on YouTube. So I would love for you to subscribe, share, do all that good stuff that helps me with the algorithm, and it's a way I can support myself while I am incarcerated. So if you're watching this, I'm incarcerated because I turn myself in tomorrow to the Federal Bureau of Prisons. And so this video is about why. What happened? What did I do? What exactly did I do? How did I do it? And stuff. I did answer a video already that talks about why I did it. Hopefully I'll be able to put the link to that video somewhere up here in the cards thing. A link to the video when I talk about why I did it. And the answer to that question was that my mindset was just horrible at the time. And so that was the answer to that. So let's just get down into it. I don't want to make this video humongously long, but I want to tell y'all what happened. So, I was released from federal prison, the federal authorities, December 19th of 2017. And so I basically didn't see any of 2017, just the end part. And honestly, and there's no excusing doing crime. There's none. So I just want you to understand, it's not an excuse, I'm just telling you what happened. And so this was my first Christmas back. And I was, of course, being just fresh home from prison, unable to get my son anything for Christmas. And that kind of bothered me. All right, just let y'all know. So that was the Christmas, and that was just like, it bothered me. I won't lie and say that it wasn't, like, it just bothered me. And the question is, what happened? Coming home from prison, not being able to be a father, not being able to do anything that was on a responsibility system after doing 10 years is very trying for someone who was not mentally ready to be free anyway. I wasn't mentally ready. That makes no sense to y'all, but none of the psychological needs that is the reason why I've always tried to touch the system's money or the people's money or the white man money, however you want to say it. Nothing of that was ever addressed until I went to therapy. And so understand the mindset I was in. Now, I did, and I'm not saying I'm a victim at all. I'm not saying this is right. So this is what happened. I got into this reentry program that gave me a job at a restaurant in New Orleans downtown. The restaurant is attached to the Hilton. I don't know why people think this is a black-owned business. I don't touch black. I never touched a black-owned business or a black person's money in the history of all my scheme years. Those days are over. I can talk about it now. I've never touched a black person's money. That don't make it better, and that don't make it right, because white people, they earn their money too. But I never touched a black-owned business, a black-owned corporation. I never did that. I never did that. I don't know where people get that from in their mind, but that's just not true. This business is attached to the Hilton on Portland. Like, there's no black-owned business. In fact, I still got the. I was just looking at the other day because I was looking for my. Hold on. I still got. Yep, here you go. Here's the card for the business. That is the business. That is the rest. That's not attached to no. That's not no attached to no. What? So anyway, this is what perturbed me. It's gonna sound crazy, but I'm very black. I'm very pro-black. I'm very black. I've been dark-skinned all my life. I grew up initially part of my life in New Orleans, which is a very black city. We moved to the country, which is very segregated. And so I went from not really knowing much about white folks to seeing how truly mentally messed up they are when it comes to matters of race. I think it messed me up a little bit. I have since gotten past that, overcome that, and grew out of that. So I've since done that. I will say this though. Back then, my mental was okay. You know, white people. But anyway, I say that to say that in the reentry program, this is what was happening. They paid us. I was working in the restaurant. Initially, I was working in the back of the restaurant. I started working up front of the restaurant. And so they just kind of, the people, I'm very good with mathematics. I'm very good on my feet. I'm very good with like just numbers and stuff. And so they initially put me up front. Then they started asking me to settle their books and everything, like just do all the stuff. Then eventually, after maybe 2 months, was just like, oh, just go ahead and calculate all that up for me. So I'm doing a lot of jobs. I have a bachelor's degree in administration, but I just got out of prison, so they were giving me a chance, so to speak. They were paying me minimum wage, but I was finding out that the re-entry program was paying them nearly $14 an hour for us, and they was paying us minimum wage, which was $7. So now this is legal to do because we were contracted, because they were giving us a chance. They were allowed to do that, and that was just for me, like, whatever. Like that kind of was like this is just what the straw that broke my back. Not saying it's right, reiterate, just telling y'all what I was thinking at the time and what happened. And so because she was asking me to come up front and do a lot of the work that was actually accountant type work and fixing all and making sure all the registers are straight, making sure all, like doing all those numbers and stuff, and I just happened to be right there with their bank account information, I wrote it down. I wrote down the information, the signer, and everything. I wrote down all the bank account information. I did. That's what happened. Now, I then created I saved up some money. It took me a while. I had to order a specific type of paper. It was very difficult because fraud, when I left and fraud were coming back, was two different frauds. Now, mind you, I had mounting responsibilities. Because my address when I left was New Orleans. Of course, I didn't have a house no more. I had to wait to be transferred to my mom and their house. So they wouldn't even let me go leave. You know, you had to, so the address that I had, I couldn't even stand. I had to, like, it was very, like, my probation officer at the time was dragging foot. It was, so I had spent nights sleeping in my car. I had saved up, got the car. It was a lot. So I was sleeping in the car. I was still trying to be a father. I was trying to follow the rules, but it was like they were putting me between a lot of rocks and hard places. This is not an excuse because I was supposed to just do what I was supposed to do. And so one day I said, you know what? It seems like it's easier to just take what I feel is rightfully mine anyway. You get paid double. I work hard. I do double the time anyway. I do my job and your job. And I know you get paid. There were a lot of people that was in the reentry program that were working there. And I know you get paid double. Y'all just pocketing the money. Let me get some of this money that y'all pocketing. And I did it one time, and the first thing I got was a hotel. What I did was I basically recreated their check and deposited it into an account that I had. So I didn't deposit it into my account. I deposited it into a business account I had. Now I had to take this penitentiary chance because it was like I was in this in fraud. It take money to make money. And so I didn't have it. So the first thing I did was I got a hotel room. So now I have a place to lay my hands. But with the rest of the money, what I did was invested into doing more fraud. That's what I did. I didn't party, I didn't splurge, I invested in a few things. Now it was a little difficult, and I'm trying to make a long story short, but I went ahead and bought an ID printer. I went ahead and bought this is so crazy. While I was in prison, I was around people that did counterfeit money. I was around people that did the investment scams. I was around people that did all these things. And so all we would talk about is different crimes. And one of the ones that stuck with me was the counterfeit money thing. And so I knew that, like, just doing that, you know the type of paper that you need. It's not the cotton paper like people was telling you. It's a certain type of paper. You get that paper, then you get the matte finish, the M-A-T-T-E, the matte finish spray from like Lowe's or something. You spray it on there to give it that feel. Like, we know all this. We know how to put it, you know how to put the thin film of jelly on it to make it past the, like, you know all this. I found this on all you need to do then is have, you know what I'm saying, the imaging part of it. And that was so easy for me. So you have, so I can not, so then I got all this stuff. So I'm able to now do counterfeit money and of course counterfeit check. I also invested in doing counterfeit cars, but that chip thing had kind of bewildered me. When I left, they didn't have the chip like that. It wasn't like it wasn't there. When I'm come back, that chip was a thing, and I had to figure out a way to get around that. So the counterfeit cars wasn't there, but counterfeit IDs and counterfeit documentation will always sell anyway. So I could always sell them. So a lot of people that was just coming to me, not saying no names, because I ain't even like that, but I had a customer, and she was, Lord, I love her to death. She's not, because she don't tell nothing. But I mean, she kept me in business as long as I kept her with the things that she needed for what she was doing. Now, she was doing some stuff with like CPNs and stuff, so she always needed that counterfeit documentation. And so, of course, I could do that because I had the knowledge to do so. So I took their money initially, and before I did anything, I invested in fraud to do more fraud. Did I care? Nope. What did I feel like I was doing? I felt like I was sticking it to the main, kind of, sort of. I really did. I felt like I was getting what was deserved to me. When I came home, there was a lot of blame to pass around. I blamed everybody. I had been in jail for 10 years. I felt like, and I was in jail with somebody that stole $100 million and had got 10 years. And so I'm like, what? Years. I mean, I got the same time for a less impactful crime. But this is what I realized. I was black doing white crime to white people, which is not a good thing. They don't like that. It's just what it is. That's the truth. If you are black, pay attention. And this is just true. A black man can kill a black man, and if a black man kill a white man, he'll get more time. This has been proven 100% of the time. I don't know what the exact statistic is right off the bat, but a black man will get more time for doing a crime to a white person. Well, try a black person doing a white crime. Why do they call it white collar? Well, it's because it's non-violent, and it's not like, I've never done a crime against women or children, nothing like that. I don't have none of that in my background. It's just that I was always doing white crimes and to white people, and so that's not cute. And they always had to teach me something, but I had to realize to myself eventually, because what happened was, of course I got caught. Now that's another video. I'm not gonna stop this video. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop this video and make it a two-parter because I want to tell you how I got caught. But y'all want to know what I actually did, and it's basically that I had access to the checking account of the re-entry program that I was in. And I took that money and got some stuff. I got myself to a better level. When they see what I was just getting a lot of stuff. I was taking the money. I was also buying stuff and selling it, trying to turn it into cash, trying to still call myself clean with the money. I was doing a lot of that too. Like I would get TVs and stuff from Sam's Club and stuff like that, gift cards and whatnot, and sell it, and then take that money and reinvest it into some more fraud. So I was doing the fraud empire thing. All right, so it was a crazy time. Why did I stop? Of course I got caught, but but I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. But I stopped because, to be honest with you, like, as you know, if you know anything about me, you know one thing. I don't have after my last arrest for this in 2018. I don't have not nasty parking ticket on my record. I don't have anything, nothing. My record is 100% clean after that. The reason why is because I went and started going to therapy and changed my mind. Okay, so with that being said, I want to tell you how I got caught and what that was like and what that was about, because that's another story. So check out, I guess, I don't want to call it part 2, but story time how I got caught in the next video. Love y'all. Thank y'all so much. Also too, freeshakie.com for all the information about where I'm at and stuff. If you want to get, hit me up, letter, pictures, $2 dollars, anything like that, all that freeshakie.com. Make sure y'all get your Free Shakie t-shirts. I love